I can relate to the Hulk. I mean, I've never been in a fight. But the problem is, instead of superhero strength, I have the strength of a 5-year-old.
This is where the white trash part comes in.
Can I interest you in some sex?
You banging cars, I'm going to talk shit about you.
It's 6:30 on a Sunday, and we are live. This is your weekly AA meeting with Arlow and Adam.
What a bomb square. Square. I can't even talk.
You said square.
Stuttered.
You just ruined it.
I did. We had a bomb scare here in Tahlequah. Somebody called a bomb scare. See, I did it again. Why can't I say that word? I can't say that word at all.
Yeah. Go ahead and put your fine ass mama back on the phone. You know what your shirt's made out of? Boyfriend material.
That's right, everybody. It's Monday. I'm Adam, and with me, as always, is Jason Momoa's stunt double. What is up, Arlow?
What's up, brother?
Not
What
much,
you know?
man. What's up?
So what you know?
Oh, nothing.
You just went completely blank. What's up with that?
I didn't hear what you said. I guess I got to turn up my headphones a little bit. But
What's up? Did you say a little bit? You can't even talk already, man.
Not much, dude. I had a pretty quiet week, living it up, not having the double job. So I got my weekends free. This is the first.
I am
one weekend
so
trip.
ecstatic for that.
Oh yeah,
Because now I don't have to hear you complain about it every Sunday.
all right.
I'm just messing with you, man.
Message received. Gotcha. So I've been watching a lot of Netflix.
I've been plotting that for like 3 weeks, man.
Dick.
I'm sorry. I'm on one tonight. I'm on one.
I
I'll be
guess.
nice.
Since when? That's a first.
This is true. Keep going.
Watching a lot of Netflix. My show with the Punisher dropped Friday night.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I binged that, finished that in 2 days. That's what I've been doing with all my free time. Set in here gaming. And for most people don't know, I have 3 screens usually going. So I've got Punisher on one. No. Punisher on one. Netflix on one. And video game on the other one. And then Facebook on the other one.
Porn on the last one.
No.
Look at that face. Look at that. That's a face that's looking at porn if I ever seen it. Look
Hey,
at you.
I do that shit in the comfort of my own, bathroom or whatever, But
Smile and tell me you wasn't looking at it.
I wasn't. Stop looking at me like that, though.
I'm done. I'm trying to be nice, and I just
Easy
can't.
there, Tiger. We got a full hour and a half show here, buddy. And blocking our number 1 listener.
I know, Berto. I'll whoop his ass for you.
Right. Adam
Oh.
is. Did I block Berto? I was like, I sure didn't. So yeah, way to go there, bud.
What's up, bro?
See, this is how we care about how much we care about our fans. We just they
We
follow
made
us. They
it
put the
right.
time
I
in.
called him.
Listen to you now. Your voice is shooting
I
up high.
called him. It's okay. It's okay.
That's a little bit of a different. Man, we kind of switched roles there a
Berto's
little
my
bit.
homeboy, man. Don't you ever?
True story. I'm glad it was to somebody understanding, so, with a sense of humor.
Berto was like, "Why'd you block me, asshole?" I was like, "My bad." What happened was,
So there I was in the bar.
trying to watch our show, and then I dropped my phone and I smashed the whole screen. And the next thing I was like, "Why is Berto gray?" Seriously, that's how it started. So I'm sitting there watching the show, right? And I drop the phone and I grab it. You're like, "Oh no, my phone!" And do the fumbling in the football.
Except you're thinking like, "Holy shit! Did you see those Spider-Man moves? I
Yeah,
caught it before."
and I was
he
super
even-
excited, and then I pulled it back up, and I was like, "Why is Berto all his comments popping up and they're gray? It's like grayed out, like it's there, but it's like in this dark gray."
Right.
And I was like, And I meant to tell you that week, "Hey man, check and make sure Berto's wasn't messed up on this."
Right.
And I was like, he's fine. Nope.
Well, it only took us a couple of months, but with your memory. But hey, folks, we've got it right here. The recorder, the lost recordings of our Halloween special. So what this means is this week I'm going to be finishing up that Halloween special, and we're going to get that out to you guys on YouTube.
Berto said I was Googling Well, I can't comment on your Facebook show. It says you're blocked, bitch.
Is that why his nickname on the group chat was changed to Felicia?
Bye, Felicia. Wasn't it? Just bye. Man, I mean, I felt so bad, though. I was like, damn, why did you have Berto chiming on the show this week? And it was a good show.
It was.
A
You know
good
what? That
show.
was
we
really
could,
good.
And we could have used Berto's insight. You could have called in and yelled at us, Berto. Hell, we wouldn't have cared.
For real.
I'd have just blamed Adam on air.
It's like every other week.
Yeah, I'd have been like, Adam, why are you doing that? Were you watching porn?
Oh my gosh. Sorry, I meant to clear my history, not my friends. Sorry.
Old pervert Adam back. Flying the drone around the neighborhood.
I knew that was coming. I was just waiting for the drone.
It's been a minute since I brought that old drone story out, man.
True story. Yeah, it has.
That was like our first couple of weeks.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it was like
The first week's on video.
That was like 2-3 years ago.
3 years.
3? Is it really 3?
Yeah. It's actually, we are mid-January.
Uh-huh.
So we are coming up on our official 3-year anniversary.
Dang, man, 3 years.
We need to
ago.
do something.
Hey, Richard, good to have you back, man.
Northern Ireland in the house. Yes.
I love that, dude. I love that when Richard gets in here.
Damn right. Yeah, we need to do
He
something
just said
special
it. He
for
said Northern Ireland in the house. We do. We need to figure out the date, and as close as we can get to it, we need to
do live or something. Maybe
Yeah.
we can go head over to the Cowboy or
yeah, and do it
something.
live there because
That would be awesome, dude.
Man, I need to get. I'm actually gonna try to get everything done tomorrow
Okay.
for everybody, even the local ones we're trying to talk to.
Oh, okay. Oh, the sponsors.
Yes,
Okay.
because Tuesday morning I'm having my surgery.
Yeah, kind of need to.
So I'm gonna try to cover all those P's and Q's and at least leave my business card so I can talk to them and relate with them through text,
Right.
instead of having to go in there with my arm all jacked up because I'm not gonna do much for 3 weeks.
Hey, you know what? We can play the sympathy card.
Oh,
look,
dude,
man, I look. My co-host got kids. I can't work. Can you please pay us? You know, we'll give you a shout out. What do you guys think about the
Badu Jack.
Badu Jack?
Dude, no, he got headbutted. What's up, Shane? Give me just a second. Shane Robinson. We're good. We got a couple of good topics, man. I always love having your insight in here today. But Badu Jack's forehead, dude, he got headbutted. I didn't see the fight, but this thing was probably the worst cut I've ever seen in boxing or mixed martial arts.
Was it a UFC fight?
No, it was a boxing match.
Oh shit!
And so what happens tend to be when you get inside, you're slinging your arms and your head moving
Right.
around, and they end up cracking heads most of the time on inside fighting. But this thing was, God, easily 2 inches long,
According to
across
Ru-
your forehead.
Yeah. According to Rudy, it was a forehead vagina.
Yeah, and it was like I swear you could see his skull.
Holy crap.
You could see, I mean, because there's not much there.
Right?
You know, there's not much there on your forehead. Pull it up and move
All
it
right,
over.
keep going. How does this happen?
Like I said, it's just I don't know how his happened, but most of the time it's an inside fight. I'm not I think Jack's a right-handed fighter, but anyways, a lot of times you'll get a lot of headbutts if you got a lefty and a righty, southpaw and a conventional fighter. You'll get a lot of headbutts. I don't know who he was fighting or if it was a southpaw or how that went. I didn't see it. Oh yeah, I totally agree, Rudy. Totally agree. But yeah, I'm talking like it was gross.
Jeez.
It was gross. I don't. There it is.
Holy
yeah,
crap.
yeah. Move that over. Can you move that over?
Yeah, we'll get
Hey, y'all hang tight. We're about to blow this up. I told you could see his skull through there. Isn't that skull?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that's skull.
Yeah.
He's gonna have the grossest scar in the middle of his forehead.
Hold on 1 second.
Like that's
We're gonna get it up
like
here.
don't get me wrong, dude. You know when I used to fight, I was terrified of those kind of cuts.
All right. So what you're seeing, courtesy of The Sun, again, Facebook, YouTube, don't be trying to copyright us. I'm giving credit. According to
credit's
The
due.
Sun, this is the gaping wound. Yeah, that's skull. Yeah,
Yeah.
you see skull.
Yeah, it's so bad.
Ouch. Holy
Yeah.
crap.
Yeah, dude. I mean, I don't even know how you would. Like, I'm sure they stopped it right when they seen how bad it looked. I would assume.
Well, I mean, I'm assuming that's got to bleed like a stuck pig. I mean, just gushing.
Yeah, I would imagine
A
so.
geyser.
And I would imagine they would have stopped it right then and probably pulled the fight doctor over and he stops it.
Right.
But I can't imagine how bad that would just hurt.
Oh,
like, there's a lot of things I fought through. I fought through a broke wrist, no problem. Something like that. That's my face.
God. Oh, not even. I just thought about it. Now, think about it. Okay, what's the first thing you do when you freaking like hurt yourself? I mean,
Yeah.
So I mean, you can't not. I mean, you need some Botox in that shit just to keep it from like hurting even that much more because you can't frown.
No.
You can't, oh my gosh.
And I'll tell you the worst part probably about that also is the reason that you're, like if you get a cut on your face, it bleeds
Right.
horribly anyways because your blood pressure goes up in these moments.
Yeah.
And so as your blood pressure is pumping harder, your adrenaline's going.
Right.
Your blood pressure affects your head anyway. So whereas
Right.
a lot of your blood just between the blood pressure and the cuts, man, they'll just gush when you get your face cut.
They let them keep fighting. Is what Rudy
Wow. Wow. I'm gonna have to look that fight up. Was that last night on the pay-per-view, Rudy?
That's insane.
Because they had the Pacquiao Broner fight last night. They had the Pacquiao Broner fight last night.
And he said it got split the next round. I can still imagine. I mean, you're a fighter. You see something like that. That's now it's a big bloody bullseye. You're going to keep going after that thing.
Oh, always.
Yeah.
I'm hitting that over and over and over. I'm gonna keep
Yeah.
I'm not gonna not put it on him with that. You got to be like a shark when you see that blood. But the thing is it probably, I guarantee the blood ran down his nose. It probably didn't really affect his vision.
Right. It's not like it would have been like if it was on the eyebrow where it's like running into your eyes. So.
Yeah, it probably literally ran down and just split over the bridge and made a river on his face.
Jeez. That's intense. Never let anybody call boxers anything less than the titans that they are.
Oh, dude, absolutely. Any fighter. I give all fighters props.
We appreciate you sending those pictures, Berto.
Oh, my God. Oh, dude, did you see this, what Berto sent?
Hold on. I'll pull that one up, too.
Okay, that looks bad right here on the... Yeah, move that one over. Y'all about to see some good photos here. Thank you, Berto. Dude, that's no. That's intense, dude.
F that.
That's intense.
I can't believe that ref didn't call that fight. How do you not call that?
Oh, I can't.
I mean, if that's not. I mean, Nick scrapes, swollen eye shut, whatever. That's fine. But that.
How do you not call that?
I mean, that's an uppercut from him effing scalping the dude.
That's probably didn't get stopped based on. Do you see how it's like I said? It made a mask on his face. It made a river. That's one reason because it wasn't going in his eyes. I don't know. Maybe it probably was somehow. Look how covered he is. They should have stopped that. I can't justify it anymore. I can't even justify it.
That is insane. Yeah,
it was a headbutt, Shane. Yeah, that's rough, man. That's rough. But so the Pacquiao Broner fight happened last night. Pacquiao did what I figured was going to happen, and what I figured was going to happen is probably what happened. I didn't even watch it, but Pacquiao won a landslide decision.
Okay.
What I figured was going to happen was Broner would go in there knowing that he got knocked out one time by Marquez. Pacquiao has, so he's going to go in there and headhunt and try to knock him out and lose a decisive decision to get outclassed. And that's what seemed like what happened.
That's awesome. Well, I mean, I got nothing.
You're still just stuck on that.
Well,
picture.
I mean, that just like leaves me speechless. I mean, how can you talk about anything else?
Yeah,
I mean, in regards to boxing, without holy crap. The headbutt happened. He went to his corner. They fixed it, stopped the bleeding. Next round, a punch, split his wig.
Oh, punches! Everything that touches that's gonna keep splitting.
Stop it.
You don't. You pack it full of Vaseline.
Oh, okay. Vaseline.
Like in between rounds.
I was wondering what the Vaseline was all about.
Now there's an old trick. I don't know how many of y'all know this one, but you can actually take your Vaseline before the match, and you take your Vaseline and you usually put it on top of your glove.
Yeah, I've seen them
or
do that.
Your medic glove.
Right.
But you'll take it before the match. When you do it, and you make your own little mixture, and you put a little bit of super glue in there. You put a little bit of super glue. When you keep messing with it, that super glue helps just pack over it. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Or you can kind of keep that cut sealed It's not right. It's not legal by
Right.
any means. But there's some old.
Anymore, I mean, they just needed an iron to the dude and just cauterize the
I
whole
agree,
damn
Rudy.
thing.
Yeah, I've seen that too, Shane. I've seen where Pac wants to fight Floyd again. I don't think they need to fight again. I mean, it'd be the same thing. Pacquiao jumping in and Floyd just jabbing him to death, catching him with anything that walks in. I haven't even watched the fight, but that's just assume what happened, and that's what I assume would happen again.
I got you. Well, holy crap. I can't even talk about boxing now. I mean, that's all I've got. I guess I could take that off of our screener here because.
And then last night, Greg Hardy, I met him. Remember, he was the guy I met in Tulsa with Billy Padden from America Top Team. Greg Hardy fought last night, his debut in UFC, and lost a disqualification for kneeing a guy on the ground, which, I don't know, I thought it was kind of a weak call, but, I mean, rules are rules.
Yeah.
It is what it is. I'm like, let him fight.
Right.
It's called fighting. Stop regulating.
Did he have, like, warnings or anything at there? Or they just
No,
one
I mean,
infraction?
well, like, there's rules where they can't hit, like, if their hands are down, and a downed opponent, you
Right.
can't do, like, strikes like that, and I guess his hands were down. I don't know exactly how that went, Berto, if y'all want to chime in. I think his hands were down, and Greg threw a knee. But I'm like, man, it's the heat of a battle, you know?
Well, that's
And,
why.
and I get it, rules are rules.
Yeah. Well, that's why I asked, because, I mean, like, you know, you start throwing a flurry. I mean, I've seen it in boxing. You start throwing a flurry, one missed punch below the belt. All right, there's like, this is your warning. This is your warning.
Well, in that aspect, he didn't really get a warning because when he kneed the dude, it really did damage. So there's just like, you're done, dude. But, I mean, I like Greg Hardy. A lot of people don't because he had that domestic charge. And he got knocked out the league, basically, because of all his charges. He was passed around the league a little bit.
And we know how we both feel about that.
Yeah, and I agree, dude. I agree. He's not justified. But when I met the guy, he wasn't a bad dude.
Okay.
You know, he was real respectful, and I'll give him credit where credit's due. You know, he was really, really
Right.
genuine dude to me. I mean, so I always tell people, you don't know the whole story.
Yeah.
You know, unless it's like these guys where you see them on camera beating the crap out their girls in these elevators that you're seeing now pop up on the NFL. Then you don't know the whole story. You know what I mean? I've had girls. My buddy had a girl one time. We were at this bar up in Tulsa, and this is why I say this. Not saying every case is this, but she says he's super softy for this girl. He's not a soft guy. He's hard.
Yeah.
He's a hard dude. And he's super soft for this old girl. And this old girl tells him, well, I'll just call the cops, tell him you hit me. And he goes, what the I haven't even hit you. She starts headbutting the dash.
Oh, my God.
Yes. I was like, he comes in, he's like, dude, we got to go. I was like, okay. Come in there, her forehead's like got this big old hump starting. And I'm like, yeah. So, you know, like I said, unless there's just, you know, I don't know. But he was a really nice dude to me, so I'll give him props, man.
It happens. I mean, I will
What's
never
up, Reggie?
understand what tempts somebody to go that shitty, that crazy about it. But, yeah, that's nuts.
Yeah, so like I said, I mean, you know, he what his thing was he smacked her around and threw her like on a bed of guns. Like his bed was full of his guns. I don't know. I mean,
Okay, there's one red flag.
Yeah. You know what's bad too? This is gonna go into a little bit more what we talk about. You know, we don't cover that much sports unless there's something that we want to talk about like this.
Right.
When I met him that night in Tulsa, I was working a fight and he was the main event that night.
Yeah.
When I met him, super cool, polite guy.
Okay.
All the girls that I was with, we were talking to, I told him his backstory. I said, well, he used to be an NFL player, but he beat his wife bad, threw her on a bed of guns, and pretty much beat his wife out of the league, right? Himself out of the league.
Yeah.
When they see him, oh my God, he's so hot. Didn't even care. I was like, okay, I'm not saying judge people. But I was like, you don't even, oh no.
Well, there's two sides to every story.
There is,
I'm
there
sure she
is.
probably provoked him and
Yeah.
rationalizing. Oh my gosh! We've got to talk about the elephant in the room. Who keeps a bed full of guns?
Well, I do, but
I mean, do you? When you say a bed full of guns,
you might walk in my room and my AK, my AR, my 12 gauge, my pistols are laid on the bed.
So
I'm just saying.
the hell?
Well, because I'll pull them out, look at them, lay it on the bed, pull another one out, mess with it, lay it on the bed.
You've owned these things how long?
Oh, years.
Okay.
And still infatuated with
Now-
them. I'm more infatuated with them than any girl. That's probably why I still got them and not the woman.
I totally understand this is apples and oranges because hell, I've got swords and knives
And
all that
nunchucks.
nunchucks and size hanging on my walls and all of this
You
stuff.
are a ninja. I'm
But-
the Punisher.
and that's vastly different from guns. However, I don't have the shit just commonly laid out on my bed. I mean, and I've got you on Instagram. I got you on Facebook. I've never seen you sit there and like take pictures of you with holding all these armaments.
Because I don't have to.
Well, I know. So that's what I'm. Why the hell do you got gun? Who has guns laying out on their bed?
I keep one by my nightstand.
I understand that.
I did.
If I had one would stay in my nightstand at all times, just ready. If somebody broke in my house, wake up and have it pointed. I get it.
I don't know, man. And then I kind of forget about them, and I walk out. You know, I'm like, oh, they're here. They don't get up and run off and shoot people.
Do you ever like wake up in the middle of the night? Oh, what is that digging in my? No, that's just my 9.
No, I haven't ever done that. I'm pretty responsible with them.
Okay.
Even if I just leave them on the bed. I mean, I have no kids.
I know.
No one comes over. You know, and no one I have come over brings over a small child.
Right.
And they're in my bedroom, so if a friend or someone comes over,
Yeah.
that's a let's go back to that space. You know,
Right.
that's not where we're all going to be at.
Right. Well, I was excluding all of those. I was just trying to figure out what purpose they had. Because now I just got this image. Because, you know, like some single people, they wake up cuddled up on a pillow, on a body pillow, or, you know, just, you know, laying. And then there's Arlow sitting there spooning with an AK.
Oh, dude, I love my AK. Like,
Exactly.
I got a few pictures with them. I mean, but I mean, it's just I don't know, man. It's just how I'm looking. So I'll look at it, lay it down on the bed, or I'll clean it, lay it down on the bed.
Yeah.
Sometimes you do weird stuff, like you'll break them down and just keep looking at them and put them back together. Break it down, put it back together, clean all the parts. And anybody who's a gun guy knows this.
Doing
So
weird stuff with your guns.
You'll
in
just
bed.
break it down, set them down, put it back together.
Like Forrest Gump style.
Well,
just timing yourself.
yeah, kind of. You know, and it's just like you can
sergeant.
You can do that damn near with your eyes closed now. You know, and it's just I don't know why. It's just once you start breaking it down, it's kind of like you with computers.
I get you.
You
That
know,
makes
like
sense.
you go through all your stuff and click and look up things that you need to take off and things that you need to leave or add or
Right.
update. It's kind of the same concept.
Okay, I can relate to that. It's just the bed part
So-
just
so-
threw me off. That's what got me.
I don't know.
I'd
man.
understand a nightstand or couch or whatever, but anyway, yeah, that's you are the Punisher.
I am.
We need to get you some Punisher. I'm gonna have to stop wearing my Punisher shirt and house pants.
I'll wear mine next Sunday.
Yeah.
with my arm
Yeah.
all jacked up.
The fighter who's like always beat to hell
Ah,
and
sure.
then sleeps with guns in his bed.
That's
I
got
mean,
it.
you
That's
are the
it.
freaking Punisher. That's awesome. Well, we got the ninja and the Punisher. That's awesome. Well, who would have thought?
My buddy Shane said, "You better be careful with that, bro. You end up like Blade Runner."
I forgot. It's been so long since I've seen Blade Runner. My sister's in the house. She said she usually keeps guns by her bed as well.
Absolutely.
Good to know. Good to know. Speaking of Punisher, yeah, like I was saying, we watched that, and you said you're halfway through it now of this season's Punisher that dropped Friday.
Oh yeah. I'm on episode 6.
Okay, yeah, no spoilers on this show, but
Yeah.
it's about to get really.
Dude, it was good from the beginning.
Yeah.
Like I am extremely impressed with how they did this season.
Yeah, episode 1, he already had a body count of
Yeah.
at least a dozen
Yeah,
people.
right
so-
out the gate, like in 10 seconds of the show, I was like, "Oh, this is gonna be a great season." I was just sitting there, and I was like, "This is gonna be a great season."
Yeah,
Like you know me, pointless violence, love it.
that's crazy. The other big news for me is the Rocklahoma lineup dropped.
Oh, I know. I
Sunday.
can just hear you squealing like a little girl.
Oh, I did. Like, not even like a 16-year-old girl, like a 12-year-old girl. Like, my daughter came out over here, thought one of her friends came over, because I'm just, oh my God!
Yeah, I could totally see it. I was like,
Yeah.
I don't get excited over that. I mean, I'm happy for you. I'm happy that you're pumped.
Ozzy, man.
Yeah, dude. I mean, I've seen you've seen Ozzy. I've seen Ozzy. I don't know. I may try to go.
Let me know if we do, because the other show, I'm trying to get those media passes.
Yeah.
We don't have the numbers that they're looking for. I've sent 2 applications in.
Mm-hmm.
Ours didn't make it. The other one's being considered, but I'm still trying to get a +1. So let me know if you do. We'll get you back there.
Absolutely. Well, I mean, if you do, then I'll go.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because then I'll be like, hey, let's go make some scenes and shake some hands and kiss some babies and, you know, party like rock stars and throw our name out there and see how many we can pull in for all this good stuff.
Yeah. You and your Satan's business card that you got.
It does look. It's just jet black Arlow jumper consultant. What in the world? That's it. My number.
Yeah.
Oh man, it's a gangster card though, man. It's good. It's good. It draws in people. It draws them in.
Now we had a couple of viral things we go. Now it was in last week's news, but we didn't talk about it but we always like to talk about the stupidity of the internet challenges out there that's gone viral.
Oh my God, are you talking about the bird?
I am talking about the Birdbox challenge.
While they're driving.
Have you before we get into that, have you seen Birdbox?
No, I have not. I won't watch it because everyone talks about it.
I will say it was a decent movie.
Okay.
I mean, it wasn't great. Did you watch what was the one where they couldn't make a sound? I want to say Silence or something like A Quiet Place.
A Quiet Place.
Did you watch that one?
Yes, some of it.
It's like the eyesight version of that, essentially. Different bad guy. They never even. Well, we're not going to spoil it.
I don't even care.
The ending sucked.
Okay.
I think they intentionally left it for a sequel, but
of course.
it wasn't a bad movie.
Until someone dies from the Bird Box challenge, we keep going.
Right. But, I mean, you know, they didn't ban Tide Pods, so after people couldn't figure out to put them in the washing machine rather than their mouths, so I can't see them.
This generation's going to hell, man, in a handbasket. And this is what pisses me off. These people are going to be our future leaders.
Yes.
And you're in here eating Tide Pods. You're in here driving blindfolded. Just common freaking sense would tell me why would I even try this.
Well, I mean, it's one thing to try it in your yard, in your house.
Like my
just being goofy.
My kids' class, they did that in their backyard.
Well, I can see,
but they're kids. Like I say they're time, but they're not. They're 15.
I can see you having fun doing it with your boxing class. All right, hit like a pinata thing.
Yeah.
All right, Bird Box challenge.
But it's in the confines of some kind of safety area. You know, they said they were in their backyard. One ran into a tree.
Yeah.
You know, and they laugh about it.
Yeah.
But you go and put yourself behind behind the wheel of a vehicle.
Mm-hmm.
There is nothing positive that can come out of that. Nothing. I'm like, honestly, do you really think?
And I looked at the article. I looked at the car, and it's not even a self-driving smart car. Like in the movie, when they do this, because there was a scene in the movie because in the movie the premise is if you see whatever it is that's hunting them, it's
too late.
Yeah. 28 days later, rage you go insane. So what they do is they black out the windows, everything of this car, and then they rely on the self-driving aspect of the car.
Was it a Honda?
It didn't say.
The Honda has a cool self-driving mode.
Yeah.
That's why I was wondering because I
so
sell cars.
They were using that, but in the movie. Now I saw the car that she was driving, and it looked like an early 2000s model. It obviously didn't have self-driving or any of this stuff. Nobody was killed. Nobody was seriously injured. But yes, this literally happened. A 16-year-old was doing a Bird Box challenge while driving, put on the blindfold, and almost instantly got into a car wreck. Yeah, it was like a Jeep or something. It was an SUV.
I have not watched it, Shane. Shane said everyone hates the ending. I thought it was dope. He goes, I think it was a Jeep.
Yeah. It wasn't a bad movie. I mean, me and my wife watched it. It was very intense, and I like suspense.
Of course.
And it was very suspenseful. Mm-hmm. But I hate open endings where they don't close it up. I mean, hell, Stranger Things, they always ended up. But they always throw something out at the very
Yeah,
end.
they leave you a little cliffhanger.
Right.
They don't just open in the ending.
Yeah.
Okay, I got you. Yeah, I haven't even watched season 2 of Stranger Things.
Mm-hmm.
Was it good?
Yeah.
Like, I need to get so caught up, dude.
Every year it just gets bigger and bigger. You can tell their budget is getting insane.
Mm-hmm.
And this season 3 comes out in a couple of months, and they say it's just going to be massive. It's going to be a big scale.
Nice,
So
nice. That's
I'm
good.
pretty excited.
I bet I need to get caught up before the next one comes out.
Yeah, I've been watching a lot of Netflix this week. I mean, it's bad.
You will on your vacation.
Yeah.
When's your
no joke.
vacation?
Not this week that we just started, but next week, the
Next week.
28th through 2nd.
Okay.
And I ain't doing a damn thing. I'm just
Nothing.
going to set her on my ass around the house.
Watch porn.
No.
On your 3 screens.
Not porn. When it comes from a drone, it's not porn.
50 Shades of Richmond, just all in his little dungeon over here.
I can see it now. Everybody in my neighborhood.
You're gonna green screen this and assault whatever you want. I'm done.
Insert myself
I'm
into
be
it.
nice. I'll be
Oh my
nice.
God.
I didn't-
Wow. I thought it was another way to see society, a different perspective. I
Oh.
won't give away the ending, but it was a thought. It
Okay,
was
I'm gonna have to go
thought-provoking.
watch it.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm about to be down.
Yeah,
for
go
I'm-
ahead and watch
I'm about
it.
to really be down for a week, the
Yeah.
first week of this surgery.
Yeah.
Because I'm really not going to do much until the second week.
Mm-hmm.
So I can give myself a whole week.
They're gonna put you in a full like a full arm cast.
No,
or
actually,
just a sling?
I will be in like a splint
Okay.
that won't let me move my arm.
It's just kind of like the strap up brace. Type
yeah,
things. No.
because then I'm going to take that splint off
Mm-hmm.
and move my arm without no weight, just flex it myself. And
Well,
then,
you're used to that. I mean, you can't walk in front of. You can't see yourself on camera or in a mirror.
and then for 3 weeks, I got to do that. And then after that, 3 weeks, I go to 8 to 10 weeks physical therapy.
Jeez.
Oh.
Let me see where we want to go with it next. Okay. So, just to change it up gears, I think I know what I'm going to do on my vacation, man. I
What are you
figured
gonna
it
do?
all out. I hear police are seeking voluntary drunks. They want people to get drunk, intoxicated, and take a series of sobriety tests.
You bring your buddy with you to DD and he gets drunk.
Pretty much.
Well, I wonder if they could seriously be asses about that. That's public intox.
I'm sure there's
if
arrangements.
you walk
yeah.
out of the I'm sure there is too, but I mean you could borderline make that entrapment.
Yeah. Well, and some people are drunk assholes. So that's what's going to be funny is when they get somebody there
And
that
start
signs
popping
up.
off to the cops.
Yeah, they get a bro in there, and the bro's like, "Oh, free beer, I'm down, dude.
Till he
Open
gets
bar,
drunk.
motherfuckers."
Then he
And
gets drunk and starts acting like
Yeah.
an Adam.
Yeah. I start. You smell bacon? Oh, oink
What's up,
oink! I need some pork rinds. Just being as big of a
Being an
douchebag
asshole.
as possible.
I could see that, but
Yeah.
I mean, like I said, at the same time, I see the benefit of it. It's kind of cool what they're doing, and it's probably also like a thing to show probably like the friendliness side of it. That they're not just assholes.
Well,
and
they
stuff.
said it was for training, so they wanted to get their new recruits and all of those new people in there so they can actually have hands-on and see the reactions, because they're going to give them a series of sobriety tests. So the field sobriety test, breathalyzer, and I'm sure now I know Mythbusters did it, but they may even get set up like a closed driving thing with some cones and have them drive so they can follow them around and see how well people drive while they're intoxicated. That, to me, that sounds like fun.
It would be a blast.
Yeah.
Just get some day drinking in, and
You know what? I tell you what, we're going to throw this out there. If you guys work for a police department, invite me out. And
we'll both go.
We'll both go.
We'll get as a driver.
Arlow will point and laugh at me, and he'll document it.
I'll just watch, and we'll go Facebook Live.
That would be so fun. That would be awesome to get totally blitzed or totally get drunk as hell, and then take the sobriety test stuff. As long as you're not getting in trouble, and they sign off. All right, you're okay. We just want to use you for training. I'll be your guinea
That's
pig. I'll be your huckleberry.
You just made that line sound so cheesy.
That's fine. I'm a cheesy guy, man. It ain't easy being cheesy.
I'm leaving that one alone.
Everything's cheddar when I say it, man. But that would be fun as hell.
So Sarah Chambers just chimed in and said Patriots are up 7-0 on the Chiefs at halftime. Speaking of NFL, did I tell you I have a theory?
What's that?
So I got a theory
Okay.
that I think the Super Bowl is going to be Goff and the Rams.
Golf.
Like Jared Goff, which is the quarterback.
Oh.
G-O-F-F.
G-O-F-F.
Not golf. Goff.
Okay, I got you. I was like, oh, Tiger Woods taking a change.
The Rams are in. The Rams won today. So I think it's going to be Goff and McVay, which is like the young tandem quarterback head coach duo right now, against the Patriots, which is the old Brady Belichick quarterback head coach duo.
Okay.
Correct?
I got you.
And I think if it goes down that way,
Yeah.
you're going to hear it here first. I will say it's rigged because they will let the Rams win.
Okay.
And you'll watch it. And people's like, oh, why do you say that? Because I watched 2 blatant pass interference calls not get called today in the New Orleans game.
Okay.
I watched 2 just flat out. One when it ended the game.
Mm-hmm.
It gave the Saints the first down in regulation.
Mm-hmm.
It gave the Saints the first down, and the Rams had 1 timeout left. It would have left them with like maybe 10 seconds left in the game.
Right.
But like I said, you're going to hear it here first. I think the Patriots will win today in a slight dramatic fashion as well. Mm-hmm. They'll say Mahomes ain't ready. Brady, the legend, did it. And then I'm going to make my Super Bowl prediction, 27-21 Rams.
The last time the Rams was in a Super Bowl was in 2000. So Y2K, the Rams got so 20 years. It's been 20 years since they've seen a Super Bowl. So what do you think? I mean, why would the NFL benefit from this? I mean, enough to rig a game and pay off refs and the conspiracy? It'd have to be what would make you? What would their motivation
Exactly.
be?
Money.
How?
Money, because they're going to bring it in and hype it up as the young line versus old line, the old look versus the new look.
What do you mean by that?
What I mean by that is Tom Brady and Bill Belichick was the people who kind of started this whole QB head coach duo, and that's what McVay and Goff's kind of got their own thing going with that. And it's going to set up to that they call Tom Brady the GOAT, greatest of all time. So it's going to set up kind of a passing of a torch moment, and they can market the hell out of that.
Right.
And go from there and blow it up. And then Goff wins 27-21. Brady throws a dramatic pick in regulation to end the game. Something cheesy like that. That's my personal take on it. And if it goes down like that, you heard it here first, and I'll say it's rigged.
All right. So
because like Shane said, Shane watched it. He said it was a helmet-to-helmet no call. This is all in the last play, the play that I said should have ended the regulation. It was a blatant pass interference, and it was a helmet-to-helmet. Neither one of those got called. On a defenseless receiver, you can count three penalties in one shot. He hit a defenseless receiver, which is a flag.
Yeah.
He hit him helmet-to-helmet, which is another flag, and got there way before the ball got there. Another flag. Nothing.
Okay, then.
And I'm like, huh. Okay. I agree with letting them play.
Yeah.
I always have. I think they're too touchy on calls. But
well, in this new NFL, that's unheard of, especially as much as they are coddling the quarterbacks.
And then what's funny, Shane said the NFL has already apologized. Of course they have. They're going to admit, oh, we were so wrong. We were this. So that way it tries to save face.
Yeah.
That we weren't just hustling the Saints.
All right.
You know, that's.
Well, speaking of football, and not to change the topic, but speaking of carrying the torch, so Kyler Murray tweeted out this week that he intends to declare for the NFL draft.
And I agree with. I think it's his best bet.
I totally disagree.
Because it's not based on a career stance. It's based on a financial stance.
Okay.
He's going to get guaranteed money right then.
Right.
Being a top 5 pick. Being a top 5 QB pick, he's going to get some guaranteed money that he wouldn't get for a while in the major leagues in baseball.
Which he's already signed with the Oakland A's.
Yeah, he's already signed, but he has like 3 years to fill that contract.
Okay.
He got like so much amount of time if he goes in the NFL
Before he even walks onto
Yeah.
the...
Yep. And they haven't paid him yet. They can't pay him 'cause he's a college athlete.
I got
If they gave him a dime, he's done.
Yeah.
So like I said, financial standpoint, that's why he's doing that.
I can see that.
Because he's going to get a guaranteed bonus, sign-on bonus. Bam, here's millions. Here's your contract. Here's more millions. As he's going through baseball, he would have to work his way up from the minors, from probably their farm team up to the minors, up to the majors. And
Right.
He's like, what, 22 right now?
Yeah. And hope he doesn't get hurt.
And hope
on the way.
hope something doesn't happen to his elbow or his shoulder along the way.
Yeah.
And hope that it may be 3 to 5 years before he gets to step onto the major league. Yeah, and some people stay their whole lives in the minors.
Right. I get it. I understand that, and I guess that is one
What's
way
up, Solution?
of securing your money. And I love Kyler, and I love I'm Boomer Sooner all the way. But when you look from a career standpoint, man, just NFL quarterbacks do not have the shelf life. So
No.
he's risking everything. by
Well,
going to the
he's
NFL.
not risking everything. Like I said, from a financial standpoint, it's genius. From a physical standpoint, it's not.
That's where I'm getting
Because the guy that he's going to be when he leaves the NFL, it's not going to even be close to the guy he was that came into.
Right.
Now, baseball, he can play probably until he's 40 years old if he wanted to, sling it, go from a starting pitcher down to a relief pitcher down to just a closing pitcher. Yeah, there's 3 stages of being a pitcher, and even nowadays they last even longer because they got – I don't even know what they call it anymore, man. I watch baseball still every now and then. I watch the All-Star weekend or All-Star games and home run derbies. Basically, that's all I watch, and the playoffs.
Yeah.
But baseball will start with you only working 4 innings maybe now as a starter, and then you go to a relief, and then they got a closer. So these guys aren't even pitching. I mean, you take guys like Nolan Ryan. Nolan Ryan was all 9 innings. Greg Maddux, all 9 innings. Randy Johnson would throw heat all 9 innings. I mean, I'd say all 9, but they wouldn't. They probably work 6 to 7.
Right.
Maybe 8, depending on how tired they would get in there, At least 6 to 8 innings. And these guys nowadays, you're getting 4, 5,
Yeah.
and then they're bringing in all the reliefs.
Sari brought up a point. One of our listeners says someone set the mock draft out, and they have Kyler going 29th to the Patriots. The NFL just posted it. I have to disagree. I cannot see a Heisman Trophy winner.
That's funny you
going
say
29th.
that. Charlie Ward was the only Heisman quarterback to never get drafted.
Right.
I mean, it's possible. But the thing is, they didn't predict Baker to go number 1 either. Baker was like a top 20 prospect.
See, that doesn't make sense to me. I would think, especially as many NFL teams is hurting right now,
I do remember that, Shane.
that they would be snatching
What's up,
up
Rip?
a born leader. Baker, for me, that was a no-brainer, first round pick.
Number 1 overall. Well, absolutely. I mean,
And Kyler seems to be cut from a very similar cloth as Baker. I mean, he's just a workhorse, and he's a born leader.
I tell people all the time, I said, if I was a head coach,
Yeah.
we'll get a little bit on sports here.
Okay.
If I was a head coach, I would not look at the guy's 40 time. I'm not looking at how much strong he is. I'm not looking at how fast he is. I'm not looking at this. I'm looking at 2 things.
Decisions.
Instincts.
Uh-huh.
And I tell people this all the time. People get mad at me all the time. I said, because people love flash and cash. But I tell people, when there's 2 minutes left in the ball game and you're down 9 points, or we'll say 4 minutes in the ball game, you're down 9 points, that's where you'll see who's a football player. That's where you'll see who all your ball players are.
And on that topic, that's where I got so much respect for Kyler Murray in that Alabama game. Because, I mean, they just barely lost it. I mean, barely. And he fought tooth and nail every inch of every second of every quarter.
Touche, Dutch.
I mean, the defense unfortunately didn't show up in the first quarter, so that ended up costing them the game. But Kyler was out there doing everything he could. So
yeah, I mean, like I said, and you can't teach things like that. You can't
No.
teach the guy that's going to keep playing when the cards are stacked against him. So, but Dutch just made a very good, valid point that a lot of teams needed a QB filled those spots over the last couple of years. So, really not a dire need. However, there are teams that are having crucial injuries, like the Washington Redskins, who had Alex Smith go down with a broke leg this year. So he could be bumped up.
Here's what I think, and maybe I'm biased because it's just my team. But the Raiders made a play. I made this comment on Facebook. The Raiders set themselves up to pull a Jimmy Johnson 1990s Cowboys.
True.
Because they traded off some of their biggest players, their biggest workhorses, away for how many draft picks? They've got several first-round draft picks.
Yeah, they got 2 off the Bears this year's and next year's. Now the Khalil Mack trade, I think that was strictly made because they knew they were not going to be able to re-sign him.
Right.
That they weren't going to be able to put that kind of money into him. I could honestly see them making another off-season or even draft day trade on Derek Carr to move up.
Right.
And, I mean, he could be a good fit in Oakland. You know what I mean? I mean, he could
Vegas.
Yeah, they're always going to be Oakland to me.
Yeah, me too.
Screw the Vegas. They're never going to be. I will probably not. I won't say never, but I will probably not ever say the Vegas Raiders. That just don't roll off the tongue. Right?
I've got it here on the internet and on Google. Oakland Raiders hold 6 of the first 100 picks of the 2019 NFL draft.
How many they got?
6. They have 6 first-round draft
in
picks.
2019.
Yes.
Oh wow. Shane said he thought it was 4, but wow. Only thing with that, they also need to. That's great to get that in there.
Mm-hmm.
To pull in some young prospects like that. But at the same time, they're going to need to go out and bring in some veteran leadership.
Right.
Just it doesn't have to be a superstar. It doesn't have to be anybody over the top. You're just going to need someone solid at some position that's going to be able to maintain that team. You know what I mean? You still need the old guy that's going to be the glue to hold everything together when it goes south.
Yeah, our listener Shane's right. 4 in the first round, 6 of the first 100.
Oh, wow. So here's the thing, though. What I see it to be done, I don't see it to change next year. I don't see Oakland just to come out and run off 13-3, have a 13-3 record. I see them building for that 2020 season when they open up in Vegas.
Right.
That's where John Gruden's making his run for.
I gotta agree.
Like everyone's like, oh, John knows what he's doing. People can bash him. People can make memes. He don't care. He's making millions, and he's plotting.
I think. Now, to bring it full circle, I wouldn't be surprised to see him snatch up Kyler.
No, I wouldn't.
Because Carr he's been hurt several times the last couple of years.
And not just that, but they were having just issues. Him and Gruden were having issues the whole season. Mm-hmm. If I remember right, that one game he didn't even finish. Gruden benched him in the fourth quarter.
Yeah,
I mean, so there's some tension in there, and I could see the Derek Carr or David. Is it David or it's
Derek?
Derek
Carr.
I could see his brother was David. I could see Derek Carr's era in Oakland. I could see it ending, and Carr can play, but Gruden's an old school coach. You know, and the problem was they were in Oakland before Gruden.
Yeah.
So they were in that era where they got to be the prima donnas, and then you bring in the hard nosed general, and the general don't put up with those prima donnas. Yeah. So you got one or two options: either listen to the general, suck it up and learn, or pack up your things and go. And Gruden's that's the only two. And Carr probably has the ego because of how good he is. Right. Now I would absolutely love to have him come to Dallas. I would say all we're missing is a quarterback.
Not me.
I love Dak Prescott. Dak Prescott can play, but Dak Prescott is not that field hits his accuracy, and he's not going to get it.
And Cowboys is my second team, and I've got to say I don't want to see Carr come.
Why is that?
Carr's not the quarterback he was like
before
2 years ago.
I can see that, but also I tell people, give them 2 years from devastating injuries.
Yeah,
you're going to take, and not everybody's Adrian Peterson who blows out his knee and comes back and runs for 2,000 yards.
Right.
not everybody's Adrian Peterson, but I will tell people every time I said, before you judge how they are, give them 2 years out.
Right.
And that was the end of Carr's second year. So I'm like, next year will really be how great he is. Because, I mean, it's devastating injuries, and they come back in like 8 months, 6 months.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I'll give him 2 years.
Man, we went a full-blown sports show.
We did. I mean, we didn't intend to. What time is it?
7:30.
Oh, okay, so we're good.
Yeah, we still got time. But, well, and, you know, if they don't bounce back from the injury, they can just do like the lady who got banned from Walmart, right in a shopping cart, drinking wine out of a Pringles can.
I know some girls like that.
Well, and, you know, and the funny thing was when I saw you share that article, it made me think of that old lady that you see all over Facebook, you know, just eating bread, getting old, fat, and sassy. And, you know, the millennial version is drinking wine out of a Pringles can, but she's banned from all Walmarts now.
And that's ridiculous. I mean, it's ridiculous. Did you see where they tried to have a rally for her?
Yeah.
And, like, only 2 people showed up, and everybody was going to drink wine out of Pringles cans in the parking lot. And they had, like, 10,000 people respond to this. Like, 2 or 4 people showed up. I mean, that's funny. It's a funny story. It's funny to laugh
That would
at.
so be my luck, though. Like, if I did something stupid
That's
and it
pretty
blew
trashy.
up in my face,
It's still pretty trashy.
all my friends throw it. It's like, you know what? We're free Adam, da 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 da. And then, like, 2 people show up. Yeah, I'd be pissed. That'd make me feel so crappy. You know, she had to take it with she had to laugh about it. Because, you know, that's one she's going to be telling. That's a bar story if I ever heard one. Yeah, did I ever tell you about the time I got banned from Walmart?
Exactly. I've known quite a few people that's gotten banned from Walmart. And, yeah, the funny thing is, if they get banned from Walmart, they get banned from all of them. Is what
Right.
but you can still go in.
Yeah, they-
everyone who I've known who were barred or banned from Walmart, like 2 days later, would go to the other one. You know, they can go to Muskogee.
You're not flagged.
Yeah, it's not like you know, Homeland Security. You don't walk in and they scan your face when they see you on the
facial recognition.
This isn't CSI. It's just Walmart. You'll be fine. Go buy your groceries. You'll be okay.
I can see it now. Wanted poster posted above their surveillance. Keep an eye out for this individual. Banned for drinking wine from Pringles can. You can't stop once you pop the top.
Yeah, I'm like, no, they don't have a wall of shame.
No.
And they don't scan your face. It's Homeland Security. It's okay.
And I used to work at Walmart. We busted several people for shoplifting.
Oh, tons.
And not like shoplifting pencils or like condoms, but like computers and TVs. They were still back in 6 months.
Oh, and you know the worst thing I hated about Walmart was when I saw someone stealing, you can't make an action on it.
Oh, tell me about it.
You have to get the managers. Managers are the ones that have to do it, or the what's his name, the guy that would, the security guys, the
Asset Protection Associate, APA. Not Bradshaw and
Bradshaw and Farouk.
Yeah.
Ron Simmons.
So you just gotta sit there and watch them run out the door, and just so you can say,
"Damn." Yeah, there he went. All right, there he goes. I hated that too, man.
Oh, I have I told you that story when I almost caught one?
No.
So I was working in Garden Center.
Get your ass kicked.
No. I was in Garden Center, and I was a department manager for like 2 years.
I remember that.
And so I'm out there, and all of a sudden we just hear, it sounded like a damn shopping cart train, just ka-ching, 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 and go, 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 go. We knew something was going on. Well, there's an emergency exit. So, like, the register was here, which I was over there giving notes, delegating, giving everyone their assignments. I look over just in time to see him just kick, like he was ready to kick the door off the hinges because it's emergency exit. So he kicks the emergency release. The door flies open. His car was already backed up to the door waiting. He grabs this computer out and throws it. And by this time, I saw what was going on, and I run up to him, and I was from me to you to him. All I had to do was reach out and grab him, but I couldn't. All I could do was run up and bark like a dog.
Say, hey, wait, my manager's on his way.
Yeah, and I was screaming too. I was like, wait!
Screaming or yelling?
Probably screaming. Yeah. Wait! Shoplifter!
That's why he didn't stop. There was no authority.
Run, baby! He's going to slap you like a bitch.
I told you I was all one.
Yeah, but I mean, I was so close that I could like smell his cologne. And I mean, I was like right here. All I had to do was reach out. All I could do is like do that classic thing you see guys do when they're.
Y'all were like, it was like a movie poster. You were in the doorway and he was on the other side outside just staring at each other.
I would say yes, but where your mind goes, I already see you infusing me.
No, just like, like one of those cool, like movie posters where y'all are about to have an epic fight scene. You know,
Right.
That's what I pictured it as.
Yeah,
You're just stuck.
True story.
He won't cross over and you can't cross over.
All I could do is run to the end of my chain and bark. That's all. That's it. And I thought, of course, in that moment, it's as cliche and it's as hollow as possible. But you know, it's like, don't you effing come back? I've seen your face, and that's about it. That's all I could do. And but yeah, they threw it in their truck that was already parked, running and waiting. They jumped in and they were gone, peeled out. I got his license plate, gave it to the APA guys. But, you want to talk about pissed. I mean, like, for a week. I'm still mad just thinking about it because I could have stopped it.
So they had his license plate. Did they ever catch him?
No.
How? You got his license plate.
Doesn't matter. They ran the plate. All you can do is file a police report. They can look up the plate. But he wasn't from Tahlequah. He drove in. So once he was gone, he's gone. But I mean, it's smart though. I mean, if you're going to rob a store, don't shit where you eat.
Yeah, but still, there's that's bullshit. They should have been able to do something.
Yeah, I agree.
There's more you can do. They just didn't want to call anybody else or get anything else involved, so they didn't have to do the paperwork. They're like, oh, it's just a computer.
Yeah,
I guarantee it.
Yeah, that year we call it shrink. That's the stuff, and we shrunk out at over $1 million that year. I mean,
just our store?
Yeah, that was our store. Wow. That was and that was actually when I started having problems with the management. And we really started butting
because they don't care.
No. I got into a cussing match with the co-manager one day in the middle of the aisle because that shit, I was still really sensitive about that. And then that's when they also started cutting hours to bare minimum so they could not have to pay
people. Yeah.
Pay their benefits.
That's why I hate Walmart.
And I was like, "You're effing stupid." No, I'm not gonna cut my feet out from underneath me and expect me to run a department. And I was running double-digit increases, but after that, man, I had problems. They were after me after that.
Of course. 6
years, I never had a disciplinary action, and then in 6 months, I was in the office like 8 times. I mean, they were gunning for my job. I had to find another job. But,
of course. Welcome to Walmart.
But the cool thing is the next store I went and worked at, which was Save-A-Lot, he's like, no, you pick up a can, you throw him and hit him in the back of the head with it. He's like, you stop him by any means. And I was like, yes.
It's called you the regulator in there.
Right.
You just walked around with the sheriff badge.
I did. And dude, I came out and I was like ready. I was ready to whoop some ass because we got him on camera. And I was like, all right, I'm going to throw these kids down. And then I go up and fucking pulled a gun on me.
That never gets easier. I don't care. I've stared down the barrel 5 times, man. It don't get any easier.
You know what? Punisher might wear a white skull, but my skull turned yellow. I turned my ass right back, went back in the store.
Oh, man. Enjoy your groceries. You turn around.
That's what I said. I was like, yeah, you guys have a nice day.
My mistake. Just enjoy it. Hey, is there anything else I can get you?
Yeah. I was like, don't come back.
I was just going to help you load these.
I forgot to. You forgot your receipt.
Yeah, man. That's like I said. That stuff like that never gets easier, dude. I mean, I imagine you do if you're maybe signed up for it like a soldier,
right?
And you see that every day of your life when you're over in places like that. It probably would get easier that way because it's amazing what you can get used to. But every day over here, civilian life, dude, I've stared down it 5 times and it never gets easier. It's still just as terrifying. It's still just as terrifying as the first, but you know how to handle it a little different every time. You know.
Well, I think what really inflated my my ego to where I was brave enough and vigilante enough to go try to pursue him is because shortly before that, somebody had broken into my car while I was out there cutting meat, and so I was in there cutting meat. And, you know, as you do, got big old meat coat, and you got all this stuff in there. And then one of the guys comes out, runs in there. Adam, somebody just got jacked your radar detector out of your Jeep. And I was like, what the F? And I didn't think. And I just bolt, and I took off running. And
Looking like Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
I didn't even think about it. And I run out there, and everybody's staring at me. They see me running, and I just notice people like diving. I was like, oh, well, I'm running. Okay.
Look like you just murdered somebody.
So I get out the front door, and I look across the parking lot, and he's still at my car, and he had the door open, and he was going through my shit.
Did you go whoop his ass?
I took off running, and I said, MFR. What the fuck? That's
No,
my car.
don't say nothing. That's rookie mistake.
Pissed.
I don't care. Rookie mistake. You don't say anything.
Yeah.
Man, I run up behind him. I slam my door on him like 6 times, and then he's screaming because I probably hit the back of his legs if he's leaned over.
Right.
And then I grab him and I slam him on the concrete, and then I'm on top of him just working him.
You've
dude,
thought about this.
Oh, dude, I got plans for everything.
Yeah.
When I can't, well, this because I ain't a rookie.
Yeah.
I see things, man. I'm like, nope, I got this fool. Like if I see
Yeah.
someone mouthing you in the bar,
Yeah.
and I know, no offense to you, but I know you're not the toughest,
Right.
You're not the
That's
toughest
fine.
dog in the yard. I'm gonna creep this dude. You're gonna
Yeah.
be like, man, where's Arlow at? You're not gonna know where I'm at.
Yeah.
That dude ain't gonna know where I'm at. All of a sudden, he's gonna catch one across his face,
Right.
and then I'm gonna tell him, leave you alone, or you're gonna be
Yeah.
dead. But
Well, I didn't think anything about it. All I could think is like, that mother effer's in my car. And so I told him, that's my fucking car. Well, he looks up. I just see him look up, and I've never seen anybody that look at me that scared. And he just bolts running. And so, I mean, running like a crackhead. Gone. And then I look down and I realize, oh shit, I'm carrying a 12-inch butcher knife, and I'm covered in blood.
yeah, like I said, it would have been over. He'd have got that door
Yeah.
like 6 times in the
Yeah.
back of the legs.
Yeah.
And then, because he's gonna make a scene like he's the victim, then I'm gonna make him the victim by slamming him on the concrete and busting his face up.
Shane says Arlow's lying because he stole a Sega game from him, and he's still living.
Yeah, that's different, Shane. Like you're like family, so.
Shane, I could see you like strangling with a Sega Genesis controller, like just.
He could.
Where's my game?
He totally
Where's
could.
my game?
Shane stole Deion Sanders primetime football from me like 1,000 years ago. You still owe that.
I don't know though. Like
When I come to Colorado, we're gonna find it and just find that game at some GameStop and play it. This is one of the funnest games.
Yeah.
Anyways, carry on.
Oh no, I was just going to go back to what you're saying. I don't know. You haven't seen me mad though. I mean, if somebody started pushing me, I don't back down. I mean, I placate a lot, but once I'm pushed, and I mean, I've been bullied my whole life, so I don't put up with it, and especially if I've had a beer or two, then I'm just like itching. So you wishing an MF or would, you know what I'm saying? So, but
Like I don't even play,
yeah,
and when it's to that point,
Yeah.
I'm not even playing, dude.
yeah,
I give it. The fight starts
yeah,
when you verbally. I'm not gonna say assault, but verbally jab.
yeah,
Like if we're sitting somewhere and some guy stands up and says, F you F and B, and starts walking toward me, I'm lighting you up.
Well, yeah.
I'm not going to stand there and
I'm
have
with
this pissing contest with you and see who breaks up see what security's going to do.
Right.
I trust nothing at that moment.
Right.
And so that's why I've gotten into a lot. Because I don't give you that opportunity. I'm not
Right.
going to have a pissing contest. People say, how many you been in? I don't know because of that factor. I don't consider all those fights because most of them don't last long.
Yeah.
You know, so that's why I'm just like, hey, I don't even. That's what it's not great. But that's what I tell people. You know, that the fight starts there.
Yeah.
You can't trust them.
See, I'm kind of like, if we're sitting around the table, and you know how people get, you know, especially when they're drinking, and then they start getting mouthy. I'll let somebody mouth me all they want. You know what I'm saying? I mean, eventually I'll get enough, and once I've had enough, you know, I'll make it known. I'm not going to flip a table and like call them MF or this and that. I don't have time for MF or this or this. I was like, all right, you're going to do something. Let's go outside right now. I mean, you can bark all you want. See, I've never understood why people do that shit. Why do people puff their chest, beat their chest? If you're going to do it, just do it.
Just do it. And they're making a scene. They're wanting to be known as a tough guy.
Yeah, I mean, I like I said, I haven't been in a fight in years and years, but I mean,
I'm proud of myself.
yeah,
Never mind. Well, I take it back. It's been a year.
yeah.
Was this January? Year and 4 months
Yeah.
since I've been in a fight. And I can't even say I shouldn't have been in that fight because
Go ahead.
I mean, I shouldn't even been in that fight, but I was working at a bar, and I was like, that was like my last one. It's my last go around. And that's because me and the old boy hit the concrete. When we hit the concrete, I was like, man, this concrete hurts a little bit more right now. Yep.
Yeah. I don't know. That's just kind of where it's always been my mindset. And I think that is one thing I did learn. I mean, I haven't, like I said, yeah, I saw that.
I love that, Shane. I love that. I can totally see you doing that.
I haven't been in a fight. I call bluffs. I mean, I've known enough bullies, and they want to sit there and intimidate you, and I don't get intimidated. I mean, I may put up with shit, but I'm not going to get intimidated.
Intimidator.
I've been told I have. I don't believe
that
it.
mafioso hairdo you got.
I'll stare him in the face. I'll stab you in the jugular with a soldering iron.
With a soldering iron. Nah, you're talking to me wrong.
And
talking in the wrong tone.
Oh, our friend PJ saw me once. PJ saw me once, and he was like, dude, I was really impressed because this kid is over a pool game or something. And he's like, Adam, I didn't know you had that in you. I was like, he's just puffing his chest. I mean, if he was going to do something, he wasn't going to sit there and bark at it. He's just going to bite.
Yeah.
I was like, I mean, what's the worst that can happen? I'm get my ass kicked. Well, I mean, wounds heal.
It happens.
But no, I mean, somebody going to tell me they're going to do something, they ain't going to do shit. Because I mean, you're not going to tell somebody you're going to do something. You're just going to do it.
That's when I light it up.
And that's why I said, I was like, we can sit here and bark, or you can come out here and put your money where their mouth is. I was like, the worst case, I'm going to lose the fight, but I'm not going to sit here and put up with this shit.
No.
I was like,
ever.
Usually my go-to response is like, all right, I'm fucking waiting, do something.
The intimidator.
Yeah.
Just look at him with your just mean look.
Yeah.
Give him a mean face.
Yeah.
Give them the mean face.
I can't do the mean
do
face.
It.
I'm going to smile
do
now.
It.
I can't do it.
Do it.
Right, anyway.
Give him the mean face. This is what y'all have to deal with if
I
you
can't.
ever cross this man's
I'm
path.
smiling. You put me on the spot now. I can't even keep it. I got to get the fuck. See, I can't do it. I'm trying not to smile. I'm trying not to smile. Give me some poker cards, and I'll stare in my hole.
This was my bouncer face. Hang on.
But okay,
It was this.
well, you can get in character though. There you go.
That's it, man. Just a scowl.
Oh, I don't even do that. I just look at him like Dexter Morgan.
Well, that was when I was working. That's when I was working. Like, I just always looked pissed off.
At that point, I'm already visualizing like Dexter, like serial killer shit. I'm just like, all right, I'm going to open this dude up.
Did you come running out like Texas Chainsaw Massacre?
Hey, I've done it once. I'll do it again.
What was his name? Charlie something is what the real name was of Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Oh, I don't know.
It's Charlie something. That's just going to give you a nickname. You just go running out like Leatherface. Leatherface out of Richmond.
I think anybody and everybody that knows me are sitting here like laughing their ass off. Like, Adam ain't couldn't hurt a fly. It's always the quiet one. It's always the nice ones you got to worry about.
I worry about all of them. I treat them all the same.
Here's the way I look at it. I've got a clean record. They'll never believe I did it.
My theory is I don't care. Mm-hmm. People always ask, Arlo, why did you treat this guy that way? Why did you do it? Why were you so rough with this guy? Why were you so hard on that guy? I always tell people a pit bull does not care if it's a Chihuahua.
Edward Theodore Gain.
I thought it was Charlie.
This was in 1906 in La Crosse, Wisconsin.
I could see you as a Theodore.
All right.
I could. With your mafioso hair. That's what it is today. So you got a little pep in your step because you got that.
It's Tony to you.
You got that Goomba look. That's what they call it.
Goomba.
You know what I mean?
Why is it? Because I got no neck?
You got a neck. What you talking about?
Well, we were talking about vandals. Did you see the one where the instant karma kicked in? And so this guy like celebrated or was going to surprise his wife, girlfriend, his lady, with a giant snowman because it's the first snow they had.
Oh yes, I posted this one.
And so, like a big,
like a 9 foot. It was a
9-foot snowman. Well, I mean, there's some people that are just wired that way. Oh, I got to mow that down. Oh man, that's gonna be awesome.
Such a dick move.
Well, And
they got what they deserved.
He got the shaft, a big 6-foot metal one or wooden one, and he drove right into a tree that the guy had built the snowman around a tree, and he hit the log.
That messed your car up.
Oh yeah. Let me see if I can find it. You can find it on our website, AA Meeting Podcast at AA. I can't talk. AA Meeting Podcast. WordPress.com. It's also on our Facebook where we're live on AA Meeting Podcast on Facebook.
And but that's justice though, man.
I love it. I love stories like that.
You deserve that one. You deserve that one. Because he's taking pictures with his wife and his kids, and they're so happy that they did that. They accomplished something, made it. And then you go off and be a dick like that. That's what I put up. But life is easy. Don't be a dick.
Yeah.
It is, man. It's simple. If you just go off and treat people the way you really want to be treated, life's way easier.
The funny thing is you can't even be pissed if you're that homeowner.
No. I'm pretty happy because that dude just jacked his car all up.
You come home and just see those tracks leading right to that tree.
What's up, KJ?
Just the mental image of seeing this car just explode as it hits that tree.
And you hear it.
Oh, man.
And, they didn't, peel out and leave. Mm-mm. The tracks weren't bad. They weren't dug out, where the ground was soft and they end up, trying to just take off. So I imagine it did some damage.
I hope it did. I hope it busted it total at all. And the bad part is he can't claim it on his insurance. I mean, what's he going to do?
Oh, I was trying to vandalize a snowman and... Right. Yeah, what are you really going to tell them? What are you really going to tell them? That looks creepy.
Dude,
that's
speaking
Adam.
of Texas
Chainsaw, Adam right there.
See, that's my intimidation face. I'm not going to say here. I'm just going to lurk in the shadows.
And that is exactly you, like a creeper.
Yeah. So here, let me throw this up here to the big screen so you guys can see.
I have no idea what that is.
That's him standing in front of the snowman.
Oh, after the person hit it?
No, before.
Oh, before?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's a creepy picture, dude. That's like a serial killer.
You want to fuck with that guy?
I'd still starch him. It don't matter. He's just a dude.
Yeah. So this is how large the snowman was. It is 9-foot tall snowman, and then you scroll down, and this is on CBS News. So there's your accreditation. You come home, and Frosty's looks like he took one up the butt, man.
Or the gut.
Yeah, he gut checked him, and sure enough, there he is. Yeah. You can't really, it doesn't look like it. Yeah, you're not seeing pieces of car anywhere.
Oh, I bet it just dented in the back because I bet they backed into it or went into it.
Yeah.
So you're either looking at the front bumper or the back bumper is going to be crushed.
I would assume that they backed into it because if it was the front, you'd have antifreeze and oil and all of that stuff lying around.
You would have busted up the grill and definitely the radiator.
Yeah, it was a truck because you can see the bumper. There's the bed and stuff. Yeah. But, yeah, that would be so funny to come home and just see somebody got instant karma. Oh, I would love it so much.
Instant. No waiting on that one. I love that one, too, dude. That's the best story I think I've seen. That's why I posted that one. I was like, people just annoy me who are assholes like that.
Well, and see, you some of your favorite videos are babies laughing.
Oh, I love babies laughing.
And
my day every day.
The military coming home.
Oh, yeah, I love those. Dude.
Those are I would put in your top 5 videos, right?
Probably top 2.
Yeah.
Well, I'll take it back. Easily top 5.
I know you like the motivational shit.
Yeah, I love motivational, and I love boxing training or fight training. So that's probably where they probably do trickle down to the 4 and 5 range.
I agree, but man, that one for me, that instant karma, I just hate. But I'm a metal hippie, really. Mm-hmm. I'm peace and love to everybody. Is the way
absolutely
my whole motto.
Treat people how you want to be treated.
And so when I see somebody being an asshole and get instant justice like that, it just makes my day.
Oh, yeah. Me too.
Go ahead.
But, yeah, dude, it just made me think. Yeah, I do love watching baby videos where they're laughing. It just cracks me up. I can sit there and laugh all day. It's probably Tuesday after my surgery. I'm going to be all jacked up just laughing at those kind of videos.
That's why I send them to you.
They're the great. Yeah, Adam does. Adam randomly send me one. Like, hey, check this one out. Boom. It's just hilarious.
Yeah. Well, that's what friends are for. You know what friends bring joy to the day. So let me ask you this, Arlo. So speaking of vandals, okay, and fights, Have you now? Us guys, usually if we have a disagreement, we can go slug it out, and then we buy beer afterwards. I mean, we don't generally hold grudges and stuff. Have you ever been in a situation where you and a friend, or you and somebody who wronged you, ended up being stronger after they wronged you?
No.
No, never.
No.
Wow.
Because ask a lot of us. Ask a lot of us. A lot of skins, real skins. Well, I mean that, but just natives. They'll hold grudges hard.
I know that's right.
You live with, you married one, so
I wasn't gonna.
you know how hardcore that gets.
I wasn't throwing
So
that. Yeah.
I'm not saying that I'm just a hateful kind of guy.
Yeah.
Don't wrong me.
And I think that goes to our DNA from, just ancestors.
Touche.
Everything that's happened to us, we may forgive, but we never forget.
Yeah, like I said, just don't wrong me, and life's easy.
What about your crazy ladies? You ever have one that is just like, you're batshit crazy, and she's like really screwed up your life, and then you're just like, oh, but I still love her.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, dude. But that's different. It's I think because it's different because when it's the guys,
Yeah.
it'd be like my brother doing it.
Okay.
Like I had a friend who tried hollering at one of my girls once.
Right.
And this dude was like a brother. Like we were
Close.
friends for like 17 years. Like met in college, been bros for that long.
Yeah.
And I get one pretty face and he loses it.
Right.
That's trust.
I got you.
Now, girl being crazy that I love,
Uh-huh.
she's just cuckoo.
Right.
There's a difference.
Well, in this week's What the Fuck News, a man was stabbed 13 times by his girlfriend. And he ends up going to her trial, or in her court hearing, and in the middle of the court proceedings, he proposes to her.
Now, would I go that far? No. She stabbed me. She stabbed him
13 times.
If she stabbed me 13 times, I'm killing her in that scuffle.
Yeah, that's survival at that point.
Yeah, that's called self-defense. I was wondering where you were going with that, dude.
You like that segue?
I do. Now, would I go back? No.
Right.
No, you stabbed me. I don't care how narcissistic, crazy you might be and be like, oh my God, I really love you. No, you stabbed me 13 times.
Right.
13 times you stabbed me. No, you were trying to kill me. No, there is no way in hell. No way in hell am I going back and proposing and then on top of that, propose to you, baby.
Right.
I love you.
I'd never do it again. I was just had a bad day at work.
She's
To be fair, they were Russian. This was in Russia.
to be fair. What's that gotta be fair?
Because
crazy's crazy. I don't care which country.
Have you not see the crazy news that comes out of Russia?
Oh,
Shit gets up crazy up there in the Trans-Siberian area. The Siberian psychopaths, kind of what I call them. Nothing against Russians, but I have heard more stories, crazy stories that come out of Russia, especially lovers' quarrels and all of that.
yeah, no, man. I've taken back some crazies. I've gone back to crazy a few times. People's like, don't do it. But it's against your better judgment. We've all been there. But she stabs me. Nope.
Right.
Nope.
Her name was Shakur.
Tupac.
No Pac.
Nope.
The man, his name was Shakur, not Tupac, although he was almost murdered in the frenzied knife attack.
He was close.
And only survived because he managed to flee the scene. Russian state prosecutor, blah, blah, blah. I can't pronounce those. As the woman stood and faced the judge, Shakur proposed to her in the court. According to the report from the local TV station, he appealed to the judge for leniency and said they intended to arrange the date of their wedding. The Russian judge postponed a decision on sentencing until a future hearing.
That is so stupid.
Wow.
Oh, nope. I don't even know what to say, man. Like I said, I've taken some crazies back, but they've never. I bet she did it in his sleep.
No, I bet they got into a fight. Like he
And
was
she
at,
just-
he
she just
came
went-
home
she just
drunk.
went thug and
Yeah.
broke out a knife and went to stabbed him.
He came home drunk again, and she is pissed. She is sick of it. And she told him get out, and he like probably slapped her or something and told her to get back in the kitchen. You know how the old-fashioned people do. And then she went in the kitchen and grabbed a butcher knife and just chased him.
Oh, you know.
That's the way I see it.
Now,
Say, you're not going to hit me again. I'll kill you.
I've had some tiny ones tell me if they were ever going to have to do anything, it'd be in my sleep.
Oh, okay.
But I'm a real light sleeper, so they were SOL.
I think that's them. I mean, they're both tiny. He looks methed out.
Oh, yeah, he looks like he's on dope.
I mean, his mullet is almost up to my level. And, I mean, yeah. There's, hey, she's your type, skinny white woman.
They're the craziest, man. They're the craziest.
But, yeah, that's crazy. See, I've been...
Straight dog, man.
The way I see it, once somebody lays their hands on you, it's over. It's done. I mean, yeah. I mean, especially if they start
But here's
like,
the thing:
trying to kill you.
it's easy to say that it's over and it's done, but at the same time, they're probably so used to that shit. Those two are. That's probably their relationship.
You know
obviously.
what? I agree
Because he proposed to her after all that.
let me tell you, he'll mean those vows like no other. Till death do us part, baby.
Exactly. Sadly, that's the truth.
Yeah, and
they're
she's like-
they're so used to that
Yeah.
that it will probably end that way. And the judge probably knows it.
Yeah.
He's probably gonna be the one that's gonna marry him.
Mm-hmm. Probably. Yeah.
He'll be the one that ends up marrying him because they don't look like they're gonna buy.
They ain't making it to the divorce, that's for sure.
Yeah, no, it's still death do his part, and she's gonna be the reason.
Yeah. Homie's messing around.
Oh, you know, totally has to be. Now, Shane brought up a good point.
Okay.
A good one.
About the meth?
No, he brought up about the Make America Great Again. Did you see the white college student
Right.
mocking? I didn't 100% catch that. Shane, if you want to call in, chime in.
Right.
918, what is it? 973-0377.
You bet. And the graphic is like right up there. So 9730377. Now, from what I've heard, and we're not going to get political. We're not going to take sides. This isn't going to be about
I'm taking my native side, but anyways.
even though they were wearing the red "Make America Great Again" signs. I mean, we're not going to drag Trump into this. This is two groups of people. Now, what it was there was an indigenous walk. They planned a protest, and one of our friends was actually up there. Justin was up there walking with them.
Justin
Phillips.
Oh, okay. Is that where he was at?
Yeah,
Okay,
that
I
was
didn't know what he was doing.
I think he was in Washington. I mean,
Yep.
he was posting about it.
Yep.
But he was actually up there, and a good friend of mine. Well, don't wait too long, buddy, because we're running out of time.
Yeah.
But a good buddy of ours is in the motorcycle club that was with that guy. There we go. Oh, why does this have to mess up right now? Give me a second, buddy. Oh, figures my computer would mess up. All right, sorry, Shane. I would answer, but I don't know why it's not answering. Yeah, chime in for us, or you can text us. Text us. That'd work too.
Got some technical difficulties here, Bubba.
Yeah, that's never messed up before. Okay, but yeah, so it wasn't
Actually, it messed up last time Skylar tried to call.
the okay.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'll test that out this week.
Okay. Sorry, brother. We tried getting you in here, but the computer isn't responding for that part on the call.
Thanks, Google. But yeah, so anyway, what to set it all up was they were marching for indigenous rights, and then there was a Catholic school, not a school sanctioned event, but a bunch of people from the same Catholic school was there in their Trump hats, chanting "Build a Wall" as they clashed together. Now it didn't get physical, but they were literally.
It's the disrespect.
Now the problem is, the initial photos looked very bad. Like the initial video, it was taken with a cell phone video, and this is what all the media had picked up.
Okay.
And it was him sitting there. He was singing his song while beating on the drum, and then the kid had like the most teenage millennial douchiest smile expression on the kid's face. Totally, and his friends were disrespectful. He wasn't saying or doing anything, just trying to stare him down and dismiss him. A later video has surfaced that was showing that they weren't nearly as bad, but the natives that were up there too, they weren't exactly being saints either. So I mean, it was a very, very tense moment. It was their march. They had their petition. They had organized it. They had done everything that they had to do to be there. The kids didn't. They were just a counter protest. Now they've came out since and apologized. I haven't done a lot of research, so I don't know exactly how I feel about it. But it was a song for a murdered relative. I thought it was the AIM song. So see, there's a lot of conflicting reports about it.
I'm gonna tell you, Shane is pretty solid.
Is he?
My boy Shane. He's one thing he's gonna know before he opens his mouth is what he's talking about. That's one thing I admire about him. He makes sure he's very knowledgeable on any topic before he even tries to say anything.
I think what we'll do, we'll need to pick this up next week.
Absolutely.
I'll fix this. Shane, I want you to tune in next week. We're gonna have you call in, and we're gonna pick this one up. And we might even do an episode around or a topic around this.
Yeah.
So let this be a preview for next week. We're gonna pick this one up. We're gonna talk about the protest and counter protest. We're not gonna get political. But it's part of life, and we talk about life here on the AA meeting. Because this is not a 5-minute discussion.
Oh, Lord, no. This is a
15, 20
he'll get into a 15, 20
All
minute
right.
discussion.
So, Shane, we want you to call back next week. I'm sorry we couldn't take your call due to technical difficulties, but it may be a blessing in the long run, because this is I wouldn't want to cut you off midpoint. So, oh, man, he helped. Oh, yes. Shane, we definitely want to have you back next week.
Yeah. He literally just I should have mentioned that he just did one. I was watching him on Facebook Live. He was asking if I could make it, but man, I got all this surgery stuff coming up. I am not.
That's a bucket list for me. I want to go to one.
Really?
I felt like the worst Indian
when you didn't go to the one here in town.
When I went to the Standing Rock, because that was something I very, very strongly believed in, and in every way. And I just really felt like I should have turned in my CDIB card right then and there, because I didn't go. I really, to this day, it still kills me.
I didn't, but I sent money with my buddy who went.
Did you?
Yeah, I was like, here, dude, I don't know what I can do, but, here's a couple of bucks, help you on your road trip, Bubba.
All right.
I mean, I don't ever feel bad if I can't make anything, because life does happen.
Sure.
I still got bills to maintain. I still got this to maintain. I can be there in spirit. That's what I told Shane. I said, dude, I'm with you. And I watched his Facebook Live videos with it. Okay. Chimed in a few times, said some things to him.
Okay, and he's going to get a protest on the 31st. So, well, let's get you back next week, Shane. I'd love to have you on, and that'll give us some time. We can promote your protest on the 31st, too. So we'll give you an opportunity to plug that. So get your details together. If you had a flyer or a graphic or anything for me, let me know, and we'll put that up when we have you on the show next week. So we're winding down on time. We're running out on time. So tune in next week. We're going to talk with Shane, who is very knowledgeable on all of these issues, and we're going to talk more about the indigenous protests versus Trump kids. I don't even want to call them Trump kids, because it wasn't for him. But
no, it's
just douche kids is all I can call them. Anyway, on that note, we are still looking for sponsors, guys. We got a couple lined up. If you want to get in on this and be part of our global outreach, we are multiple countries around the world, and we are growing. We are out there. We're live. I mean, look at all this network that we have built up. We're on Spotify, iHeartRadio, iTunes, Google Play, and Spreaker, and all of the podcast catchers. If you'd like to support that and jump in on that, send us an email to aameetingpodcast@gmail.com. You can also support the show by doing your shopping using our sponsors. You can head over to our website, aameetingpodcast.wordpress.com. Click on the sponsors tab and check out cdkeys.com, onetravel.com, and Famous Smoke Shop. But as I do every week, I don't know. See, I already got all twisted out. I'm Adam. I'm going to turn it over to my man Arlow here for some words to live by.
Oh, man. You know we do this every week. I'm trying to think of a good one here. I got some good stuff that I got in my phone that I write out. Gotta write myself notes all the time, dude. I'm gonna tell people, and this goes out to like Shane. This one goes to Shane because this really makes me think of him. The things that excite you in life, they're not random. They're connected to your purpose. So follow them. Decide what kind of life you want to live, then say no to everything that isn't that. Like we always do about this time. Life's short. Live passionately. Keep living strong. Keep training strong. Most importantly, baby, keep loving strong. AA meeting. Until next week, we are out.